everybody. Hey, Jasmine. How you doing, Coach?
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. It's only Tuesday, but I got a light week this week, so today's been really good. How was your day today?
Today has been pretty good myself. I can say my week started off really, really good. So let's go. Let's get it.
Yes, let's keep that going, okay? And this topic today that we're going to talk about is kind of perfect for this because we're going to talk about mindset today and how it affects your fitness journey. And I also think it affects everything, outside of fitness as well. So I can't
Gotcha.
wait to get into this. But so
Yes.
like, what do you feel about mindset? Like either as it relates to fitness or as it relates to overall like everyday life.
I feel like mindset is such a huge it's so important because I feel like mindset has a lot to do with your energy. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Hmm.
and it's crazy because today is something that I've been talking about all day. Um, and it's like mindset. It can be um, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's kind of hard to explain because sometimes you just gotta feel it. But
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just so important. Down to who you're around, down to your environment, all that plays a part in your mindset. And I said this before. It's like how you feel about yourself emotionally. You're going to then treat yourself that way physically. So it's like, making sure that your mindset, is right. And there's different things that you can do to be proactive to help, alter your mindset. Again, your environment, who you're around and things like that. And I feel like that's probably why my mindset now, why my energy is so high, because I've been around good, powerful mindset people starting from yesterday to today. So
That
again,
does matter.
yeah, so again, it's beyond just, your weight loss journey, even though it does play a huge part in your weight loss journey. I feel like your mindset plays a big part in the type of results that you get too when it comes to your results in your weight loss journey. Because, and I can say this from experience from doing this, 3 times. Like the first time I didn't it was kind of not, it was kind of by mistake, but I did it anyway. And the second time I was like, okay, well, I just want to lose weight. I felt like I need to lose weight, and I just did that. I just lost weight, but I gained it back. I did what I wanted to do, but okay, it wasn't
Yeah.
nothing after that. But this time, I'm like, okay, I want to be healthy, and that's what I did. I lost double what I lost last time. I was able to reverse a lot of, un, you know, um, underlying health things. I've been able to not only transform myself, but now help other people just by making that change. So again, your mindset plays a huge part. And again, not just your weight loss journey. If we want to just talk about weight loss, it does play a huge fact, but just in everyday life.
Yeah, and I agree with everything you said. And it's so many different moving parts to mindset. Like you said, there's a lot of things that you could do to reach a different mindset or to change your mindset. Some people think that mindsets can't be changed, but you can always work and grow on your mindset. But so I had to go up and look up the mindset because, like you said, it's hard to really explain. You just kind of know what it is, right? So mindset is a collection of attitudes and beliefs that shape an individual's perception. That means how they see things, their behavior, how they're acting, and their responses to challenges and opportunities, which is
Responses.
exactly what you were talking about. Like they're going to look at their fitness journey different, and the results are going to vary on how they see it and how they're processing it. So I just wanted to put that up or whatever. Now there are so many types of mindset. I know heard people talk about scarcity mindset, like a negative mindset, a positive mindset. Like the list goes on for mindsets, but for today, I just want to focus on two. And you probably obviously heard of these. The first one is a growth mindset, and that's the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning and perseverance. Meaning, if you want to go and do something, you don't know how to do it, you can learn how to do it, but it takes consistency and perseverance, like the definition says. But this is one of the major mindsets I feel like goes across all areas of your life. Because if you think about it in the sense of when we were in high school, right? You only knew you looked at the world through your 18-year-old eyes. You didn't understand how everything worked or anything like that, but through consistent learning and perseverance, never giving up on, living, right? You learn how to handle stuff as an adult way smoother than you would have as, as a kid or whatever. So I look at that as the same thing as growth mindset. Like, as long as you keep trying and you keep learning and you're willing to, put your effort towards it, then you can reach your growth mindset with anything. But anyway, I don't want to take over. I just wanted to. This is one of my favorite mindsets right here. And I guess we could talk about some things that you can do to work on your mindset. You know what I mean? I have like two things that I do, but you can share something that you do
No,
to work on your mindset.
say what you do. Go ahead. You got the
So
floor.
okay, so one of the things is goal setting, right? A lot of people, they be like, "Oh yeah, my goal is this, that, that," but I literally write down my goals, right? Whatever the goal is, then I write down how long it's gonna take for me. How much time do I need to complete this goal? Once I come up with that, then I break it down into like shorter, smaller tasks so that I can do something every day towards that goal. You know what I mean? So that's one of the ways that I like to work on my mindset. And then the other one goes right along with that, is celebrating the small wins. Like, even when you're talking about fitness, the non-scale victories are the things that are going to motivate you and help your mindset to be more positive and want to keep that consistency up. You know what I mean? So those are two of the things that I like to focus on when it comes to growth mindset.
The beat that birds you just for me, one thing is one experiences. Okay, and y'all think I look like a little raccoon. I do, because I was working out. I have mascara on. Okay, so I've been sweating. I've been rubbing my eyes, so y'all don't mind me.
Maybe I just can't see it.
Girl, I look like a raccoon. Girl, I can see it, but anywho, God is still good. Um, one through experiences and talking to people, and I feel like that's one thing. But for me, one thing, I'm big on writing. I feel like that's something that I've always did from child to now. Just writing things, writing my affirmations, writing how I feel. And another thing too, and I tell my clients that a lot of times when I have clients, they typically don't have this, but a morning routine. Now it's like everything, a morning routine. Okay, it's important to have a morning routine.
Oh my goodness.
Whether it's broken down into one, whether it takes 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Having set time set aside for yourself to regroup, get yourself together, to breathe, to to just thank God or thank yourself, thank whoever you believe in, can really just set the tone for the day. Um, Another thing is reading good books and things like that. But my main thing is one, having a good morning routine, and then two, having a writing, expressing yourself in some way, releasing the things that goes, because I think the reason why they say working out is a good stress reliever, because you're releasing a lot of the things that you're going through. A lot of times with us now, with being on social media, a lot of people, we kind of trauma spill, and I know it's not sometimes by not not trying to do it in a way like, hey, here go my trauma. But nowadays we are connecting with people energetically online, so we can feel people things. You go in there, I got this happened to me. So, and especially on TikTok, everyone got a story on TikTok, girl. You know what I'm saying? And I think and I'm not saying it like that. I think it's beautiful. We all got stories, we all got things to share. But again, we're in this era where we are taking on a lot of other people's energy right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that some way, somehow, you're able to release that, whether it's crying, writing, working out, yoga, moving your body in a way where it's releasing a lot of the things that we're in, we are intaking. So I'm not trying to take over either, but I'm just saying those are the things that I do to kind of help, and that was kind of like my spill on it, whatever.
No, I totally agree with that, especially like the writing down part, because even just sometimes I do brain dumps, just write everything that I'm thinking about that's on my mind, get it out on paper. That way I can make room to think about something else. So but it is a constant thing that you have to work on, as far as like, just seeing stuff differently, because that's pretty much what it's all about. Um, you said something else. You said writing, and then you said something else. I was going to say something about. What was the first thing you said?
Oh, experiences.
No, you just said it. I'm getting
Working
old.
out, yoga. I don't know. I can't remember now.
Okay, I'll go back to it. But I agree with the writing. But you had said something that had but anyway, I'll move on, and then when it pops back up, then I'll go back to it. But like, so that's, oh, the morning routine.
Oh
That is
yeah.
one of the things that I actually like include in my services, because it might sound like something simple, but it's
Mhm.
just, it's like, okay, when you were in school, you had to get up at a certain time. You had to go to school Monday through Friday. You had to, do homework at a certain time. You ate at a certain time. Like, things just moved a little smoother. And then sometimes when people become adults, they be like, no rules. I do it up whatever I want, whenever I want. You know what I'm saying? And while that
Mhm.
sounds cool, if you do that, you're not really actively handling your business, because it's certain things that are going to go to the wayside. You know what I mean? So a morning routine can just set your day up, like, right, like, because it don't even have to be a long morning routine. It could just be a couple of set things that you do in the morning to prepare yourself to face the world or whatever. So, like, I really, really love morning routines, and an evening routine is good as well. These little, like I said, you can have a short morning one and a short evening one, and you set your day up, and you've ended your day well. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I could get into it more once we have our challenge that we're having in September. Jasmine and I are doing, Coach Jasmine and I are doing a challenge. It's a 30-day challenge where you will get workouts from both of us. We'll even have some live workouts in there. And we're going to go over like mindset. We're going to talk about stuff that we've talked about here, but more in depth, and actually help you come up with, these new habits. Um, and there's a cash prize. So there's that. But if you need more information about that, make sure you're following both of us. Our handles on Instagram, Coach Jasmine is Say It Fitness, SAAYYITFITNESS, all one word, Say It Fitness. And mine is by Demita Joe. Of course, you can leave comments below if you guys have any questions about the challenge. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. But yeah, the evening, I mean, the morning routine is everything. It's everything. And they always say your success is in that morning routine, because if you just, I don't know, I can't even put it into words for real how important it is to just have a basic morning routine. You know what I mean? I'll stop there though.
I mean, I mean, for real, like certain things, like they can just talk about it, on and on. It could be a passionate thing because it's like it kind of helps change the trajectory. Am I saying that right?
Trajectory, yeah.
Yeah, it helps just changes like the day and your energy and stuff like that. Because a lot of times when clients come my way and I talk to them like, okay, well, what do you typically do in the morning? Well, I mean, I just get up, go home, rushing. Like, imagine always being in a rush every morning. That's how your
I've been
day is
there.
going to
I
go.
definitely been there, yo.
That's
From
how
the
your day
the
is going
time
to
you
go. Always
get
in a
up,
rush. You
oh
got to do
my,
this. You
you
got
ain't lying. It
you're
just
gonna be
it
running
for
out of time all day.
all
Looking
day long,
looking at the
all day
clock
long,
all day. Like we're just
all day
connected to
long.
this time thing, and all you hear all the time now is like, "Time is moving so fast. Time is moving so fast." And I just feel like we feel that way now because I just feel like that's just something that we all just program our mind to feel like time is moving fast. Like, yo, 24 hours ain't changed from yesterday than it did today, but we're living in such a fast paced life now. Everything wasn't moving so fast. Everything is moving so fast. So again, imagine feels okay, I gotta get this done at a certain amount of time. Then you waking up, you get up just in enough time to just get ready, go to work, get your kids ready, stuff like that. That is such,
Most people
a lot.
move just like that. And to be honest,
Exactly.
like, there are people that I know that have jobs where they have to have early mornings, right? But I notice those people, I can tell they're on routines as well. Like, I see a lot of them meal prepping. I see a lot of them, at the same place at the same time as like the gym or whatever. But it's like, you don't even, it doesn't even have to take that much out of your day. But as a person who, if you're a person who does live the rush lifestyle, and you think that getting up an hour earlier is going to mess up your day, like, you will be so surprised at how effective that 1 hour earlier can set you up to not feel like you're rushing all day. But when you're in it, I get it, you don't, it doesn't make sense to you. It's like, I'm already trying to fit all this stuff in the day, I need that extra hour of sleep. But I just I just want people to kind of really, really look at that and say, can I, you know spare an extra hour, extra 30 minutes. So if anybody comes across this video and you want to know how to stop rushing in life, one of the things that I would like you to try is to write down all your hours of the day and write down what you're doing in that day. See where you have time. When are you sleeping? When are you, just chilling or whatever? Like, be honest with yourself about what you're doing, what you're usually doing during that time. And you'll find that you probably have a little bit of time to like wake up early. But waking up early is gonna make you not late. And then you won't be rushed all day. Like, I like to coast through my day and be like, I'm over here doing this, and now I'm about to be doing this. Something may come up, but usually it's just like something like, oh, that quick 20 minutes. All right, now I'm back to doing what I was doing. But when I don't plan out my day like that and have a morning routine to get everything set up, like it is so much more unenjoyable. Like I'm saying, like it sounds to a person who rushes all the time. I know it sounds crazy to say wake up an hour earlier, but trust me, if you write down all the hours in the day and what you're doing, you'll actually see when you're bullshitting and when you can actually get up an hour earlier and handle some stuff. So anyway, but like I said, if you guys want more information about actually creating a morning routine, we're gonna go over that in the challenge. So anyway, back to you, Jess.
No, you're fine. But even if it's not an hour, like I told my class, because sometimes, um, you say an hour's like, dang, that's too much. Well, I say, give me something that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something a small increment. And I'm like, it's not like this is for you. This is for you. That time that you set aside your morning routine is for you. Like for those, and that's why people like I feel like for myself, which is why I wanted to be a, of course, say an entrepreneur, a business person, because you want that time. Most times when people talk about being an entrepreneur, they're like, okay, well, the time freedom, you want that time. Imagine having a morning where you have time to get yourself, you do whatever you want to do in the morning. Like I done chill, I done did this, listen to my favorite songs in the morning, I done wrote, I done did this. I'm in my zone because I got to connect with myself. This is for me, ain't for nobody else. I imagine in the morning, like I first quit my job, man, waking up in the morning, making my own coffee, got to be to work at 5:30 in the morning. What? Anything that's going to go on, I don't give a damn. I woke up and got me a cup of coffee. I was sitting on the edge of my bed with my legs crossed, and I got me a cup of coffee. And I don't got to do work. I got
What's your
time.
fluffy robe on?
I got time. My clients probably later on at even having a client at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's early, but it's not too early because I got time to get myself together. I'm an early bird. I got time to get myself together. Come on, Callie. Come on, girl. Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting outside. I feed the cats. That's why
Them
y'all was
kids
looking
is
over
gonna
there.
keep coming back.
Yeah, they ain't leaving. They ain't leaving. See, that's why
Nah,
I got to
food
talk to
over
you about that.
here.
We got to talk. We gotta talk behind closed doors. Not like that, but yeah, we gotta talk. That's why. Um, they be right here, but I saw she had like two kittens. I don't know if she had more, but one of the kittens was over here. I'm like, where her mother at? And she over
Oh
there
my.
using the bathroom. Yep. I saw, but anywho, get back to this. I just think having that time just gives you time for yourself. Because I think a lot of times too, when it comes to the clients that I have, they're miles and they're like, well, I don't have time for myself. I'm giving my time to work. And by the time I get home, I give it to my kids. And then after that, I gotta give it to this. I gotta give it to that. We give our time to everything, to social media, to our phones, to everything. And so it's like it's just cool sometimes just to have that time set out for yourself. That's why just having a morning routine can kind of just really set the day or set the tone for yourself. Being prepared, like she said, like yesterday, for example, and I'm gonna let Coach D talk. Yesterday, I had a training to do. Even though I didn't have to really travel far to go to the training, but I had a client, so I had a client an hour before I had to go to the training. So that means I'm kind of sticking with like 30 minutes to get dressed, do this and everything like that. So all that because I wasn't prepared. I ain't had no breakfast prepared. I mean, I had breakfast. I mean, could have ate waffles, but I didn't have time. So by the time I got done doing what I had to do, I had to leave out the door. So I didn't eat till like 2 o'clock. Did the training and all that. Had a client and ate. Did worked out on a empty stomach. And even though still had a good day, I was still able to get a little bit of my morning routine in, but because I wasn't prepared. So I think to prepare yourself is another good way for your mindset, knowing what you want to achieve. Like Coach D has said, like, okay, I'm writing down my goals, what I want, and that's something that I just recently started to do too as well. Setting my goals out for the month and then breaking it out for each week, how I can get it done each week. So I can
Mm-hmm.
do this week to get it done, so that way by the end of the month that goal is accomplished. So I say all that to say, just make sure you're setting the time for yourself. You know,
That's
that's
the
what I
thing.
feel.
That's the thing. Like if you like, and trust me, I was this person. Like I was the habitual person that was always like consistently late because and for work it worked out because it's like gonna be late. She probably gonna be 15, 20 minutes late, but she's gonna work her ass off when she gets here. But that's the thing. Because I was late, I felt like I needed to overcompensate and just work circles around anybody, right? And then it's like, girl, you don't have to do that. Like, you just have to get up a little bit earlier and do some stuff because it's the time for yourself. If you already feel like you don't have enough time throughout the day, then if you get up that hour earlier, you can be sure that that is going to be your time for the day, even if you get nothing else. You're able to read your Bible, read a book, have a cup of coffee, your morning blunt, whatever it is that you feel like you need to have to start the day and set your intentions, because if you would have had time to do everything you had to do that day, you would have felt a little different by the end of the day. You still had a good day, but I know you probably was still in your back of your mind like, I didn't get to do everything for me, right? And so it kind of
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got some things done, but I couldn't get everything. I mean, I like to, especially when I'm doing things pertaining to fitness. I know, but oh, you can fast, intermittent fasting. Like, I get it. I will fast. But sometimes when I know I'm about to be out there, especially dealing with kids, y'all, I'm so sweaty, y'all. Especially dealing with kids. I feel like it's important that I make sure I'm filled up. I mean, not to the point where I'm like overcapacitated with food, but to the point where I got something in my stomach to where as though like by the time, because it takes a lot of energy to coach
mm-hmm.
kids, to deal with kids. Again, it's an amazing feeling, but it takes up energy to deal with anybody. So again, by the time 12 2 o'clock come, nigga, you drained. I'm drained. I had to yell, blow my whistle, and
See,
tell
so
you
how
to.
long do you spend with the kids per day? Like, are you with them all day?
Honestly, it depends. So with summer school, like the summertime will be different from the actual school time, depending on it. I still, um, so we was with them for like probably like 4 hours,
Okay,
and
okay.
that's 4 hours straight, and that's class back to back, back to back. You don't really honestly get like a true break, so you with them
Yeah.
back to back, back to back, back to back. Like during the
Yeah.
summertime, we had to be there from like maybe 11:30, 11:30. You gotta well 11 o'clock. You gotta set up. The games or whatever it is that you play with them, because we are actually playing the things with them, getting active with them. Like we have to be
Mm-hmm.
like playful professionals. So we gotta play with them. We gotta make sure like we're out there with them. And again, talking with them and stuff like that. So again, it's baked back to back. And I had like
Yeah.
little kids. I had pre-K, kindergarten. I had pre-K, kindergarten,
Okay.
first and second grade. And so I'm getting them back to back, 12 o'clock, one, and I'm having for an hour, 12, 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
they
back
are a
to
lot.
back.
I mean, because they be
Um,
hyped and they probably be so psyched to see you. When my son was like 6 years old, he played flag football, right? And so I'm out
mhm.
there, and somehow they asked me to be like the coach for the cheerleaders that matched his squad. So like they were 5 and 6 years old, and they were little cheerleaders, and they were so cute, but they were always full of energy. Then you got different personalities. So I had to, with the help of the head cheerleader coach, I was the assistant, but she used to be a cheerleader. I wasn't a cheerleader, but we worked together to like come up with cheers for them, and then we had to have stuff for them to do at practice. It was too cute, but it was draining because they were so
Shit, you
they
put
just
some
like a
kids.
ball of energy at that age.
They are. But shit, you put some kids outside in that heat, and I feel like these new kids now is a little bit different, probably from when your son was that age, because we have technology now, and
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of parents now they give their children their iPad, their iPhone, and just let them do their thing. They don't
Oh
really.
wow.
A lot of kids now don't really play outside. But one thing I did see a lot of, even though they were little kids, they did like to play, but they would much rather like they would complain about it. He's like, "Oh, Coach Jazz, it's hot. I want water." I'm
Yeah,
like,
that is
okay,
wild considering how we used to be back in the day. I know from my
that's what I'm
my age group,
saying.
we
We be outside
be gone all day, and then
non-stop, non-stop. They want water
hot
every
or not.
couple. every couple minutes they want water and stuff like that, which is cool. But one thing they did love was the playground. Like they wanted the playground. Like I used to always have like their playground as like their playground time is like their gift of after we play our games. Like, look, y'all give me what I want. We play our games. I'm gonna give you what you want, and we gonna play on the playground. And sometimes I take it away from them too. Like, oh, y'all didn't listen. Y'all not going on the playground. And I'll trick them like, look,
Oh,
y'all
I know
not going on the playground.
that.
I'm like, look, I'll trick them like, look, y'all not going on the playground. And look, y'all go to the playground. I'm like, oh, Coach says we go to the playground now. I'm like, yeah, baby, y'all go to the playground now, but make sure y'all listen. So sometimes I did take it away, and sometimes be that like that, not mommy figure, but like I told you no, but I'm gonna say yes still. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's cool. Well, I'll see where everything's gonna be at. But this week has been about training. But what I can appreciate now, going back to the mindset, I'm gonna let you speak now. It's cool being around other adults that's like playful, because I think mindset wise as adults we kind of forget that we can still play. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people as adults we kind of forget about the things that fuck or forget sorry forget about the things that you want. What about the things that you really truly desire? I know a lot of people that's like 40 something that I come across, they didn't even travel because they're like, well, I gotta work. And I'm like, well, what makes you think that you have to consistently work and not be able to do the things that you love to do? Or if you want to travel, whether that be once a year, twice a year, whatever that may be, what makes you think that you are not able to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you think that God will only put you on this earth to just work and do that and just attend to your responsibilities? Like, they're not gonna go regardless of anything. Whether you die today or tomorrow, them bills still going to be paid. You know what I'm
They
saying?
still gonna
And
be
so
there.
what they still going to be there. And so I think, and I think that contributed to me, wanting to quit working two jobs and stuff like that, because I did it for
Hmm.
7 years straight, and my mindset was like, I want better, I want purpose. You know what I'm saying? I want to make an impact, and so that's what I did. And so when you want better, your mindset's like, I want better. You're gonna get that.
I mean, it's just like, and I know a lot of people who do like research stuff about mindset or have been to any, uh, what do you call it? I don't know, anything multi-level marketing. I've heard this several times, but it's like as soon as it's like your when you want a new car and you start thinking about, oh, I want this red Camry, you start seeing red Camrys everywhere because your mind is focused on that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the same thing how mindset works. It's what you choose to focus on. You're gonna get more of what you're focusing on. You scared you're gonna run out of money, you're gonna get more debt. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of I know it's and that's one of the things that's hard to like look at differently because also comes into play scarcity mindset with that as well. So like it's just a lot of mindset has a lot to do with our overall life and most importantly for me is how you learn and deal with challenges because you're always going to be learning and there are always going to be challenges and things to overcome. So
I
for
say.
me, my top two mindsets that I like to work on is the growth mindset and then like a positive mindset, which basically, I'm looking for the good and stuff, and
I say.
a lot of people are like, everything isn't perfect. No, nothing's perfect, but I'm not focused on the stuff that's already going to be. I'm looking for like, if something bad is going to happen, then and it's out of my control. Let me not focus on that. Let me focus on what
But you can.
what's the good in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or
So,
even what you can control. One thing I learned, like if you don't have a solution to it, you shouldn't even be worried about it. If I can't fix the problem, what the hell I'm sitting here worried about it for? I ain't got no solution to it. What the fuck? I ain't about to drive myself crazy about it. So I wouldn't expect nobody. And one thing with speech I just went through earlier, um, one thing that taught me these past 2 years of me like transitioning between like just working to work and like just living, because I feel like we just work to survive opposed to living. But just living is like you gotta understand some things happen for you, not to you. And I know a lot of times when you go through things and things just keep on happening, shit just keep happening, like, yo, what the fuck, it gotta be me. And excuse my language, but it's like one thing I had to realize, like,
no,
this
you
is
good.
happening, it's happening for you, not to you. But I think just changing how you see things can really change how the outcome may come. You know what I'm saying? So again, your mindset plays a lot, and especially with we could take it back to weight loss. I see a lot of times, especially women now. Again, we in this popcorn microwavable
Mm-hmm.
as time. in life. And I feel like even for me, because I'm someone, I don't got patience. I want things right away. If I work out, I'm just like this. I'm just like I want just like this. Like it's time to go. It's time to go. But
Right.
one thing, what I'm saying, one thing, I had to like real. I'm seeing a lot with that. I'm glad God, thank you God, it came back to me that a lot of me like, I've been doing this for a month and I don't see no results. Ma'am, it's only been 30 days. You
Yeah.
only been working out for 30 days.
See,
What did
right. That is mindset because you want to focus more on the journey than the end result because you like, what? Like you gonna kill yourself just focusing on that end result because so many things are gonna happen on that journey. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we have to embrace challenges, and that's
I
another
say?
thing, another way
I
to work
say.
on a growth mindset or a positive mindset. Um, but yeah, no, I'm totally with you. But that's the thing. That's the reason why a lot of people don't start because they're like, oh, I'm gonna sign up for this workout program, and then they're like, they sign up, and then they didn't realize they had to do. They're just focusing on, oh, I can get this kind of body or whatever, and then not even focusing on the fact that they're gonna have to face those bad habits that they have. They're gonna have to face the fact that you are gonna, either need to rearrange your schedule or find the time to do something or whatever. Which, by the way, I'm about to post a little short video. I just got to finish getting it together. I did like this 5 minute workout the other day. Just off, I forgot what I was doing. I was about to go meet my son somewhere, and I only had like 10 minutes to go. And I was like, well, I want to do something before I leave here or whatever. I don't want to just not do nothing. And I came with this little like exercise that I did, whatever. And I was like, that only took me 5 minutes. I was like, okay, so for all the people who feel like they don't want no long workouts and they, want to just something short to start with, I'm gonna post this little video. It's a 5 minute workout, and you can extend it if you want to. But that right there, if you don't just try to do a 5 minute workout, I don't know what I don't know. I gotta think of something else to say after that. But I feel like just try to start somewhere. Like don't focus on I'm gonna have to work out for an hour. I'm gonna have to work out for the just start somewhere small and keep building on that. So anyway, that's all I have to say about it. But I had to laugh at myself because I was like so excited. I was like, that only took me 5 minutes, but it was like a good little 5 minutes. I was like,
I say, and one thing I always say, especially if you're just beginning, do not focus on duration. You should not be
mm-hmm.
focus on how long you're working out for. That should be the least of your worries. The first thing you should be working on, okay, did I even work out? The fact that you showed up to work out should be
Did
more
you
than the fact that,
try? Did you
yeah, that you
try?
tried, should be even more important than the fact that you worked out for like 10 minutes or whatever it is like that. And I think a lot of times we psych ourselves out because we always tell ourselves that we can't do it. That's why anytime I talk to somebody and I'm out, and it could be random, one thing I will tell someone, I will become a full-blown preacher, okay? TD Jackson, TD Jasmine, TD, okay? I'm coming for you. One thing I do not like is for people to speak negatively of themselves and what they can accomplish, because in my head, what I believe is you can be and do anything. I say that all the time because you can. But if you constantly think that you can't, like, oh, I can't afford that. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, no, I can't do that.
Yeah,
Then
more
you
of that.
can't. You
Hmm.
can't. You can't do something
Because
that
you're
you say
not
that.
even letting yourself be open to the possibility of how you can make it work. Like I got something I
Yes.
always say, and I have been there too, like where, I would be talking myself out of stuff or whatever. But one of the things I always say, and I've been saying this for years, just it's something really simple, but I always be like, I'm always where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. And I said that to myself because I was always late. And it always worked out for me because I was always where I needed to be before, by the time I needed to be there. But it was just the fact that I was speaking it so that I wasn't telling myself, dang, we late again, this, that, and the other. It wouldn't make me be like I don't know, just allow me to be upfront about, yeah, I know I'm late. I know I'm late and I'm working on that. You know what I'm saying? But because it would take it away from other people having to say, you're late all the time. Well, yeah, we already discussed
Remove
this. I already
late from your vocabulary. Everyone that I know, everyone that I come across, like, oh, they late. They speak about it and they brag about, like, oh yeah, I'm always late. I'm always late. I'm late. I be late. Yeah, I'm gonna be late. Yeah, I'm
But
late.
if
Y'all
you
know
could
I'll be late.
consistently be late, then you could consistently be on time. That's what I had to tell myself. Like, girl, what are you doing? You're doing all this rushing around and you're consistently there at this time. why don't you get up earlier and do this and do that?
Yes,
But
if
even
you
when I
give
did
yourself
get up
time.
earlier, because I was always focused on the fact that I was always late, I was still late, even if I
It's
had a
your
little bit. So
mindset.
it was, yeah, it was
Everyone that
a
I
mindset.
know that be late all the time be late all the time because it's already programmed in their
Hmm.
mind that they be late.
That's
And low
how I
key, I
was.
think, and I feel like low key people who be late all the time they like being late at this point because it's like, yeah, y'all know I be late, but at this point it's already programmed in your head.
But
I
see,
like to
though,
get.
okay, so I didn't feel like I liked being late, but I was proud of myself that I still was able to, because I felt like I was doing so much. And then I used to be like in my head thinking, this is like before my mindset changes. I used to be like, these people don't have to do all the stuff I have to do when I get to get here. So, whatever. And I'm like, I had to go back to that when I was challenging that mindset and think, look, everybody has the same amount of time and everybody has their own responsibilities. So that kind of led me into, you create the environment that you want, right? So like I said, now I look at things so much different. And so like that, me actually wakes up early in the morning to do stuff. And I was not a morning person before. Like, I'm still not a morning person. I like late at night, but when I know I need to be productive, I know I got to get up at a certain time, and it'd be so chill. I don't have to rush around or nothing. I'm just like, let me, look at this. I'm looking at my plants. I might have time to do this or do, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like I'm not going to be jolted out of, you know, relax time. I feel like I'm ready to
I
do
said,
exactly what I need to do. So yeah, but you're right. It is the mindset totally, because in
yeah,
my
you get
mind
your
I'll
ass up on time, you'll be able to do it. Like for me, I like being able to give myself time to get ready, at least 2 hours. If I knew I had to be somewhere at 10 o'clock, I know, okay, I gotta be working somewhere at 10 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, I'm starting to get myself ready, and I'm taking the fact that okay, I gotta do my hair, or I gotta do this, or
mm-hmm.
I gotta get that. And in my head, I'm already prepping the day before. Okay, what am I going to wear? A lot of times, and this is something that another coach, I guess an elder, I don't know, a coach of mine that said it before. Like you gotta prepare yourself. A lot of times, when people I know are always like they lay around all day. You gotta be somewhere at 12 o'clock. You wait till 10:45 to start getting dressed. Yeah, you gonna be late. You gotta take it in. You gotta get yourself ready. You gotta get all this other stuff. Of course, you not taking in travel time or something like that. Take and consider that. Now, if I gotta travel somewhere or something like that, I may wait. I may start getting ready at 7:30 opposed to 8 o'clock just to give myself that time. So it's
Mm-hmm.
about one preparing yourself too. Stay ready so you ain't even gotta get ready already know, even if I don't get my clothes out, I at least have an idea. I got this that I'm going to put on. I know I'm gonna put this on. I don't gotta
Mm-hmm.
put it out. I know I'm gonna put this on. That's what made yesterday for me to get on time. At least I still made it on time to what I was doing yesterday. Yes, I didn't get to eat, but I still was able to get my client in before I went there. And it's cool because the coach fed me yesterday. I got free lunch yesterday,
That's
even
what's
though
up.
you know
Okay.
what I'm saying. So again, I'm telling you, just prepare yourself and just be ready. Like I was still up at least like 7, 6 o'clock that morning, even though I had to be ready at 10. I already knew I had my client at 9 o'clock, and it wasn't no point for me to take a shower because I'm going to take a shower after the fact I had my client.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, I didn't have to go that far to the training that I had to go. It's probably like 5 minutes away from where I was. So I had that time. I'm like, okay, I put on my hat, I did my hair, but this morning. Shit, I got my ass up. I had time to listen to some good music, right? Thank God,
Mm-hmm.
pray, listen to my music, just get myself ready, do my hair, stuff like that. So I had time because I was prepared. I knew I was going to wear. It was just right there. God is good. So y'all just make
I
sure,
got
one thing, if you don't take away from anything from this that we're talking about today when it comes to mindset, because I know a lot of times we kind of get in our heads and we feel as though we can't do things or things have to always stay the same. Things, that's why I say it's a growth mindset, growth
Mm-hmm.
expanding. Things can change. It can change. Things can develop. Like it's a learning thing. So just know that you can be and do anything. You're not limited to what you just see. And sometimes you gotta remove your physical eye and use your spiritual eye. Sometimes you can't always be technical. Sometimes you just gotta know that things are going to work out. You got to have that knowing and that inner and understanding that it's going to work out. It may not look that way, but you never fucking know. Like with God, anything is possible, girl.
See, and so I'm gonna piggyback on that, and then I'm gonna say one last thing before we get out of here. But yes, you have to know. Like, and then the thing that I just want to say is look at where you are today. Like you had to have overcome everything that came in your way all the way up until today because you're here and everything is working. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you had to have already overcome that stuff. So why would you, not think that it's gonna? Why just know that it's gonna work out? Like, and then the thing is, when you kind of have a closed mindset to situations and you have one way that this thing was supposed to get done, if you do that, then you're not even opening your mind up for other possibilities. Because sometimes you can have a plan of how everything's gonna go down, and then it go down totally different, but it still got the same result. You know what I mean? Like stuff gets worked out either ways. I mean, even somebody getting thinking they about to get this job, they got the offer, but then the people said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we have to retract the offer." Okay, that was a job you wanted, you didn't get it. It's not the end of the world because now somebody else approached you with an even better offer. You know what I mean? So it's all in everything is all in how you look at it. And I just choose to look at the positive side of stuff because I ain't trying to be walking around mad all the time or whatever. I'm not trying to be running around rushing. So anyway, like I said, I agree with your points or whatever. And I did want to stick in time management. Time management is what helped me. When I worked on my time management, then I was able to stop being consistently late, stop feeling like I was rushed because I don't like that feeling. So I just set myself up so that I know when I got to be certain places. I know, it just kind of works better for me because I just feel like I'm in chill mode. You know what I mean? Yeah, I might be going to work, but I feel relaxed and I feel ready to go do it or whatever. And I prefer it that way. So time management work really, really was something I am still working on. You know what I mean? Because you mentioned like, okay, I do have people in my life that procrastinate as well, and they are always late to stuff, and they do just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, how was you late when you had all day? In my instance, I would just be trying to do stuff, do too many things,
In
thinking
a
that I
short
had
amount of
more time.
time.
Yeah, thinking, okay, well, I'm a do this task, thinking it's only gonna take me an hour, but I end up not thinking about the extra stuff involved in it, and it takes me 3 hours, right? And so now I'm still trying to fit everything else in. I got to do this, I got to do that. So that was where my time management came in because I'm like, okay, you got to be realistic. And honestly, it was that activity that I just said for people to do because I think you had to do that. I think you did that activity too. We had to write all the time. We had to write the 24 hours of the day, and then we had to write out our schedule or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that really helped me to see, okay, well, you really not, the problem is you are misjudging how much time you need to do stuff. And so anyway, so yeah, so time management, I'm just going to run over these things really quick. To work on your mindset, there's so many different aspects of mindset, but the two we focused on today was a growth mindset and a positive mindset. And you can work on those things by setting goals, writing out in a journal, creating a morning routine, working on embracing challenges, and working on time management. Those are just a few things because there's so many other things that you could do to change your mindset. But um, I don't know. I love mindset stuff. That's why I became a mindset and fitness coach because I realized that it's like it has mindset as everything. You know what I mean? And even in parenting, there's a bunch of things that happen in parenting where you could just handle it differently if you look at it differently. So anyway, I don't want to bore you guys about that. But Jasmine, do you have any last words for the people who are going to come across this video?
Nope. Just be do anything.
I
Go
like
ahead.
that. I like that. Okay, so one last time I want to say that we are doing a challenge. It's coming up on September 1st. It is called the Ultimate Ab Makeover Challenge. And yes, it is about abs, but you're going to learn so much more about how to just create a consistent workout routine. You could get a chance to win a cash prize. And we'll have a few live workouts in there, as well as we'll be talking about a bunch of health and fitness and mindset stuff. So, get down in the comments below. Let us know that you got value out of this video and that you're going to see us in the challenge in September. You can find
Yeah.
Jasmine on Instagram at Say It Fitness, SAAYY. That's two A's, two Y's. SAAYYITFITNESS. Dang it, I messed it up. Say It Fitness. I should have put it in here. Anyway, let me see. Do you have it on your thing? Hold on, let me do that.
What?
Let me
It's
see
not
if
on
I
my
remember
thing.
this. Okay. All right. Well, I will update the video and put her link in the description below along with mine. But definitely check us out. Even if you don't join the challenge, follow us for more mindset, health, and fitness tips because we the go-to. No. Let me stop. Now I'm acting silly, y'all. I gotta eat. And so that's where my silliness is coming from. But that's all I have for the people.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll see y'all. What? We coming Thursday? We coming back Thursday, right?
Friday. Can we do Friday?
It need to
What you
be
got?
early.
What time?
No. Can we do like? Mm, we'll talk about that. I gotta see. I gotta.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Let's stay on after this.
Okay. All right, bet. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you guys in a few days.
Peace, everybody.